Hello, everyone. On Netflix, there is a series based on a real character, Lidia Poët, born in 1855 in Italy. She was an Italian lawyer, the first woman to enter the Bar Association in Italy. In the episode 2 of the season 1, while she is looking for evidence to acquit her client, one night she sneaks into the offices of a company and secretly prints a document with this copying device. It's a Copialettere, a very beautiful copying machine from the 1800s. Hence the name, that it's an Italian word that means copy of a letter, or device that copy of a letter. Lidia, in that episode, claims that the ink sometimes remains on the machine's platen, so a copy can be made if it hasn't been cleaned. Of course, the document she prints is exactly what she needs, and it comes out perfectly visible from the copy machine. How likely is such a thing? Very unlikely. I will show later. Let's start to see briefly how the Copialettere works. First of all, you have to write a letter with specific ink, the copy ink, on paper. After this, to do the copy, you have to use a copying letter register like this. Strictly speaking, the real Copialettere is this, not the device itself. Before the invention of the typewriter and carbon paper, letters sent by a company were typically copied in a book like this, named Copialettere. It's an official book, with numbered pages, that stores all the correspondence sent by an office, similar to our registered mail. And in the last page, it's officially stamped because they could be used as evidence in legal disputes. It works like this. You browse the first free page of the register. Then you put a sheet of impermeable waxed paper under it. I don't have it, so I will use a sheet of plastic, so the moist doesn't wet the other documents in the register. Then you place the letter you wrote with copying ink. And on top of all this, you put a moist cloth. Then another impermeable sheet of waxed paper. In the end, you put the whole in the Copialettere, and you turn the press. Now you have to wait some minutes. It's not a fast process like in modern copiers. Within a few minutes, the humidity of the cloth passes through the tissue paper, dissolving the underlying original ink, which is reproduced on the tissue paper of the register, with which it's now in contact. I think it's ready. I unscrew the press and take out the Copialettere's book. Here the copy on the official register. It didn't come out very well, but it's good enough to understand how it worked. After this, you can send the original letter by mail, and you had your official copy, in the register, on tissue paper. As you have seen, it's not possible to print a copy with this device hoping that there is still ink in the platen, as Lidia did. If the copy has been made using this register, no ink can remain on the press because it is the entire book that is inserted into the press. You could do a copy also directly, taking your letter, put it in contact with tissue paper, and with a moist cloth on top. But it's not possible that the ink remained in the upper part of the press because there is the wet cloth. In the unlikely event that the original was soaked in ink and it remained on the base, Lidia's copy should be written backwards, but the letter that Lidia prints is written correctly from left to right. But I don't want to take any risks. I'll clean the press anyway, so if Lidia comes, she won't find any evidence against me. In conclusion, Lidia is a good lawyer. The series is very enjoyable and very detailed. But to help Lidia solve the case, they had to take some poetic license on how this beautiful device works. Have a nice day.